What up, everybody? It's NY Emperor X, aka the X, or you can just call me X, but it's your boy. Your boy. Ooh. And this dusty motherfucker right here is...
a simple man of simple pleasures, otherwise known as the Moose King. And this dusty motherfucker
I'm
right here
Super Saiyan Moya!
And we are the Dust Budnies.
Okay.
SSM.
We are the Dust Budnies.
Super Saiyan Moya!
SSM, Moya. Getting into another glorious trailer, guys. This is Dragon Ball FighterZ next character announcement. Now, for those of you who know, this was actually leaked quite a while ago.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yes. I knew about Janemba coming in the fray a while back.
Dirty leaks.
Back when Broly from the new Super Bowl...
I remember those leaks now.
Yes, that Dragon Ball Z movie.
Yeah.
Back when that movie was dropping, all these leaks came out for this fucking game. So I knew who was going to be this in regardless. But I'm still curious to see what its combo potential is. I have not touched the game since its release.
Oh my God.
Has it changed? Who knows?
Asking me the wrong person.
Who knows?
Gotta ask Hyperion.
I'm still playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Don't ask me shit.
Ooh. Let's
Don't
see
ask
what's
me
going
shit.
on with Janemba.
Bro, by the way, if you guys want an update, I'm finally to the fate of Atlantis.
Oh,
Yeah.
man!
Look, you
that
don't
is
understand. He's been crunching
no
out
context.
DLC.
We're getting off topic. Let's go with
We're always off topic. That's the best part.
Oh,
I
everybody
said it
loves
was an
Janemba.
update.
But we love Janemba, though. Oh, no, so much screaming.
It's Dragon Ball Z. Would you expect anything less? Original Broly! Satan Ukiami!
Have they done Ultra Instinct yet?
Nope.
Oh.
We've got we've got 3 incarnations of Goku though.
They've got so many miracles. Oh, snap. The best movie villain in my personal opinion.
Janemba!
I love Janemba.
Janemba was second to me.
Really?
Next to who?
Broly, probably.
Knew it. Knew it.
But he got a sword, though.
He do got a sword.
All he did was
But those
The
dimensional
whole fucking
powers
time.
though.
He don't need to talk.
The only
He
villain
just
who
needs
doesn't
to
need a
hit
monologue in DBZ.
Look at that. That's so cool, though.
That does look pretty cool.
And I like that they went with the whole hellscape stuff. Because they dealt with aliens so much in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
It very
Oh, God,
rarely,
yeah.
like Dragon Ball dealt a lot more with heaven and hell,
One
and
thing-
things like that.
One thing I love, alright, and it's kind of dips into what the
August
anime me
8th.
and my brother were making.
Wow,
That's right around the fucking corner
One
too.
of the things I do like that anime does is when they dip into...
You talking big shonens?
Yeah, well, not just shonen, anime period.
Right.
When they do...
mighty warrior.
When they do the...
Hey! Yes! Yes!
Oh!
If you're gonna bring in Janemba, you need the original Gogeta.
Woo!
There he is! Ah, there's
Yeah.
the blue one. Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. So we got blue this time too. Wasn't blue announced with the Broly though? I thought he was
It
coming
was
out
also
later.
the links.
Yeah, but he was also coming out later. But I guess not. They reworked him a bit.
Well, this is later.
Yeah, I know, right? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so he'll be our next one after that. There he is.
And then extra Broly.
And then extra, yeah.
Yeah.
Canon Broly. I can't wait for Canon Broly. Alright, brother, what were you saying, man? Gogeta came in and took the fucking show. What happened?
Yeah, I see that.
It's okay.
You're scaring
We have to
Janemba.
go to next.
Alright, so, you were talking about favorite Dragon Ball.
No. I wasn't...
We were talking about
it had
aliens?
nothing to do with favorite Dragon Ball. You see, so you weren't even listening.
I was
Oh.
paying attention to the trailer! I got excited
You
for
don't
Gogeta!
know how to
This man
multitask?
was
All you have to do
Multi
is
what?
watch.
Who's a multi what?
Use this.
I'm a potato.
You use this for that, and you use this for
But
that.
I have to hear the Japanese hayas!
No, you don't. You don't even understand it.
Hit the yacht, the giant do it, the yacht!
That's what subtitles are for.
See?
You gotta read the subtitles.
There's a subtitle.
You're about to get kicked off.
Oh, no.
And you are about to get kicked off as
We're
well.
only halfway to the
This
week.
is about to be no Dust Budnies channel. This is just about to be NY Emperor.
Dust.
Oh, no, no.
All right. No.
Like
All
Robert
jokes
Bounce
aside,
Yeah.
you mentioned that everything with DBZ was in space.
Yeah, for
Okay,
DBZ, it was a
so-
lot more alien inspired because
Yeah.
they brought in the
Now,
Saiyan arc and the whole thing. They introduced the whole thing.
Right.
There's part of it I love. One thing I love about DBZ is that they hit all aspects.
Yeah.
They hit they hit the science, they hit the space, and then they hit the religious. They hit all three trifectas.
And military.
Sure.
Yeah, well, the military is a piece of shit in the DBZ world.
I know, Red Ribbon Army, yeah, right?
Barely. I mean, they really was just the androids. Like in Dragon Ball, there was the Red Ribbon Army was everywhere. That was
Aye,
like Goku's like nemesis at that
Right.
point, you know.
Yeah.
And-
Like, but that's what I'm saying. That's one thing I loved about Z and Super. They hit both alien and religious
Yeah,
aspects.
the
which kind
metaphysical
of fits,
as well as the
Yeah,
astronomical.
which kind of fits with what I kind of think. I mean, you do believe in a higher power, but then you also do believe. Well, again, this is just me. Like there's no way in hell we're just the only intelligent
Of
life
course.
in the
Right.
universe.
And the fact that all of those creatures also share our same heaven and hell.
Right.
And then it's all divided up into 4 different quadrants. You know, you got north, south, east, and west.
I love that
It's
because
crazy.
I love when anime likes to dip a little bit of a finger into religion, and then like to dip into space, and then they're like, oh, I'm gonna dip into politics, and I'm gonna dip into this. It's like that's
whenever
anime.
you're making a story, you have to. There's always you have to dip into the different possibilities of each thing because your characters are going to have their beliefs. They're going to have, whether it's a metaphysical belief, religious beliefs, astronomical beliefs. There's going to be, let's say you have a space campaign or whatever.
Fleshing out a character,
just because you're out in space does not mean you can't believe in religious things out in space.
Right. Which makes it like a character building
it's
thing.
3-dimensional.
Yeah.
It's not just a 2-dimensional saying, oh, I see space out here, space must be real. No, there's still something that you believe in. Something has to have created this space.
Right.
And so you're always going to dip into that religious aspect because they're just so closely tied together.
Right. Which is what makes me love Dragon Ball because like everybody used to love it just because of the fighting and the cool moves and that shit. I actually like the philosophy of a lot of this shit.
Absolutely.
And the problem is that it actually dipped into a personal matter for me because I kind of believe that too. It's like you have your religious aspects. I mean, come on,
it's fitting.
hello.
Right.
And then you also have your ideals where it's like there's no way in hell we're the only one.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, to a lot of people, we are the only ones. And you know what? All the power to you. That's your belief. But at the end of the day, my belief is there's no way in hell. I don't think
I get it. There's no way in hell. Nice.
You liked it, right?
Yeah.
There's no way in hell that we're the only ones. But I actually like to see how Janemba looks. He looks like he's kind of fluent in his moves. I like seeing that it's not just a fat version. We actually get the skinny version.
Well, of course. There's no way that they would have just left Fat Janemba. The whole point was that Janemba absorbed so much of that evil power that he became evil incarnate and turned into that devil form.
No, of course.
Kind of spin this back into it. One of the things I've always liked about Fighterz is its referential material. How well it handles, showing off not only what you're used to, but doing
its authenticity, its integrity.
Yes, it's got a lot of
integrity that it has for the series.
You can tell there's plenty of times where they take, images or even place-fitting images for the characters in their shots and their intros and their outros and their finishers that comes straight out of the manga, and it pays such a respect to its source material that I'm not surprised that someone like Janemba came out as well as he did. A testament not to fucking Bandai Namco, but to fucking Arc Systems for their commitment to not only refining the game and making it better, but for bringing in
the game that fans deserve.
The one that I've always wanted from Bandai, a good fighting game!
Absolutely.
Featuring anime characters.
But who published it?
Bandai did.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But they didn't make it.
Now,
they want the devs behind this. Arc Systems.
As far as the character himself.
So who?
Don't you do it! Don't you do it! No, I am not going on this tirade again. I have spoken enough shit about Bandai.
Who did it, though?
Bandai can kiss my ass, and I love them at the same time.
Who did it, though?
They published. They had nothing to do with the development of this.
That you know
they
of.
secured the rights. No.
That you know of.
If there is one thing that I know that Bandai specifically pressured Arc Systems into with this game, which is sad to say, is the clone characters. And that bothers the shit out of me. Because they made it a point when this game was coming out, they said, we don't want clones. Yeah. We want unique characters for every person on the roster.
Who said that?
Arc Systems, when they were developing this game. Bandai, which is why I think Bandai
if you look at all of their games, they don't do clones.
God,
no fighter
the Guilty
is
Gear.
the same.
The Guilty Gear series,
Guilty
man.
Gear series
the Blaze Blue series.
Yeah.
Like, there's such a uniqueness and quality to their characters that brings them such a standard.
Everyone has a completely different style.
Exactly.
And speaking specifically of Janemba, I don't like that they don't give him his sword as much. We haven't seen his full,
No, his sword's definitely in his finals and in some of his grab moves, but that's about the most you're going to get.
And that sucks, because Trunks gets a lot of his sword.
Trunks does get a lot of his sword,
But to be fair, I mean, all right, this is where I'm going to sound like a hypocrite.
To be fair,
I like when they don't put too much of the sword in it, only because, like, for example, in Mortal Kombat, in Mortal Kombat, they like to throw swords and weapons, right? But then I actually like, because it's DBZ itself.
It's fisticuffs.
It's more.
It's fisticuffs. Yeah.
Literally, that's what it bases itself on.
Yeah.
So this is why I say I sound like a hypocrite, because I do like it in Mortal Kombat that sometimes they throw the weapons, but other times, like,
it's because you're deprived of it in Mortal Kombat.
Right. All I'm saying is no sword in DBZ has survived as long as Trunks' sword has. And there's times where even he abandons that shit.
Well, he needs to abandon it. What the fuck?
No,
Trunks, bro.
No, he did a super rage god bullshit form with the giant sword of Miracle of Light, and watch out.
bullshit is that?
Let's not. No. I am not going in this tirade. I'm not going in this tirade. In the meantime, guys, brush this dust.
No. Listen, how is it possible
Bye, everybody.
that a sword?
We love you.
How is it possible that a sword can cut through Frieza?
Yep.
But this motherfucker could blow up a planet with a finger. No.
Glass cannons, buddy.
No.
Glass cannons.
No.
He's a wizard.
Larry knows all about it.
He's a wizard.
Larry knows all. He's a sorcerer.
All right, gentlemen.
I'm so done with this shit.
Final thoughts on DB Fighter Z's new Janemba.
I
like
still
it.
haven't played it.
I like it.
I own the game, but I haven't played it since it came out.
I'm very curious.
And I will never play it again. I've retired because I was able to beat Hyperion, and I will never play it again so he can beat me. Because he's too good now. I can't beat him.
Personally, I'm very curious to see what his moveset actually develops into. He's got a nice combination of different grabs and a bit of a phasing material into some of his
the
moves.
best palette ever, because red and purple is
being
so
able to
beautiful.
strike from different points while in air is going to be finicky because I can see the inputs getting dropped very quickly for moves
That
like
just
this.
reminds me
However,
of Budokai 3 Kid Buu, whenever he would just like drop his foot into the ground and get you from halfway. Oh, that he does it in this game too.
Yep.
It's still annoying.
But in the meantime,
After 10 years. It's
right, yeah, right. But in the meantime, guys, brush that dust off your shoulders. Brush that dust off that beautiful ass subscribe button. If you really like what we do here, comment, riddling a bell, and drop us a tip on Patreon. Watch for the dust fall and these rolling credits, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
everybody.
Janemba!
Big Bang!
Janemba!
Janemba!